Monterey Car Week is upon us, and we are expecting some big releases this week, especially from Lamborghini. We are finally expecting to see the Lamborghini Revuelto SV. For those of you who don't know, no Lamborghini has worn the SV badge since the Aventador SV about 10 years ago now. The SV was the first Aventador that was, more enthusiast, track-oriented. Followed a couple years later by the Aventador SVJ, which was like the Aventador S facelift model's SV version, essentially. And now we're expecting to see the Revuelto SV finally. Now, we haven't even seen a Revuelto Roadster yet, and if you haven't seen my video on why that is, it'll either be out tomorrow or yesterday, depending on when you're watching this video, but go check that one out too, because it's very important, especially for this week at Monterey Car Week. But this video is about the Revuelto SV, so let's talk about what we're expecting to see on that very soon here in the next few days. I'm hearing Friday, August 14th for the release. Let's talk about what we know so far. Real quick, if you guys aren't already subscribed for me, please go subscribe for me. Hit the like button, help me grow the channel, get this video in front of more people. I try to bring you guys car news like this before the cars come out, so you're in the know before anything launches. Please subscribe to Exotics Anonymous. Now let's get into the Revuelto SV. Okay, so the Lamborghini Revuelto is Lamborghini's 1,000 horsepower V12 hybrid supercar, top level of the brand. It's got the Temerario below it, twin turbo V8 hybrid. Great car as well, but the Revuelto is the big daddy, the V12. Sounds way better. And Lamborghini's finally going to give it the SV treatment it deserves. So there have been some Revueltos spotted running around various racetracks overseas, and what we can tell so far from the pictures, there's definitely new, air vents on the side of the car. There's a wing on the back as well. We can definitely tell more aero, we can assume lighter weight, and we can definitely assume more horsepower. And we can always assume way more price as well. So horsepower-wise, I'm expecting it to have more horsepower than a Ferrari SF90 XX, which has about 1,016 horsepower. So I think we'll see this Revuelto at least at like 1,065-ish, something like that. But I'm thinking closer to 1,100 because the Corvette 01X is like 1,250. I don't think we'll see the Revuelto push that high just because I don't know if they could add that much power. I mean, that's adding like 240 horsepower over the regular Revuelto, which already gets like a couple hundred horsepower from its hybrid system. So they'd be adding a ton of power to the battery, and I don't know if they can do that. They can't really get that much more out of the engine. I mean, there's no turbos involved or anything, so maybe they squeeze 20 horsepower more out of the engine, but it won't be like a 100 horsepower jump in the engine. They're not going to go forced induction at this point. They're going to stick with the naturally aspirated V12, which they should. So I don't think Lamborghini necessarily cares about making this car the fastest thing in a straight line on the market, and I'll talk about why that is. I do think we're going to see this Revuelto SV reach for more lap times than say a Ferrari SF90XX ever will, because they won't test them on other tracks. I don't think they care about trying to beat a 01X in a drag race because A, it's not realistic right now, and if we're being honest, the Revuelto was slower than a Ferrari SF90 when it came out. I mean, the SF90 came out like late 2019, 2020-ish, around there, and the Revuelto literally came out years after the SF90, and it was slower to start. So I don't think Lamborghini's never been concerned necessarily with being the fastest thing out there. I think they want to be the most engaging new supercar in the market, which is why they've worked so hard to keep that V12 in the car. If they just wanted straight power out of it, they could go a slightly different route and get more power. They want to be more engaging to drive, and I think that is definitely true. A Revuelto is undoubtedly more fun to drive than a Ferrari SF90. The SF90 is definitely faster if you've ever been in one, but how much does that really matter when one car has 963 horsepower and one has 1,001 horsepower? It's not that big of a difference. So Lamborghini's already set the Hockenheimring lap record with this Revuelto SV, so the car is definitely going to be capable on track, and I wouldn't be shocked if we see it at least attempt a Nurburgring lap record. Whether it gets it or not, I don't know. It is a really heavy car, but it's got a lot of power. It's got a lot more aero. It's definitely going to be capable of a fast lap time based on that Hockenheimring, record it's already set. I think the Revuelto SV will try to be more engaging and also really more track capable than say an SF90XX or even a Corvette 01X. And another thing we need to talk about with this Revuelto SV is the numbers. I'm hearing 1,963 cars as a link back to Lamborghini's 1963, starting time roughly. That's the rumor. That would kind of be in line with how many Aventador SVJ coupes and roadsters combined that they made. Whether or not there will be a Revuelto SV roadster, you'll have to check out my Revuelto roadster video to find out. But if they really do make that many just Revuelto SV coupes, that is a lot in terms of just coupes, but maybe they'll surprise us with a roadster variant. Go check out my other video to hear my take on that. Now that lap record I mentioned at the Hockenheimring, it was almost 6 seconds faster than the Aventador SVJ was able to do. And if you remember, when the Aventador SVJ came out, it also set the Nurburgring record. So if this car is, a lot quicker, the Hockenheimring's like a sub 2 minute lap. So if it's shaving off 6 seconds on already a sub 2 minute lap, that's a pretty good chunk of performance. So maybe it will be able to set a Nurburgring record. It's definitely got some stiff competition to go against these days. I mean, all these cars from these manufacturers are getting so much more aero focused that it's getting harder and harder. But Lamborghini and Volkswagen Group in general do seem to know how to juice things just enough to get it done. So I will say the Spyshots I've seen, the wing on the back of the Revuelto SV prototype doesn't really look anything special. I mean, it looks way less impressive, at least camoed up, than an Aventador SV and an Aventador SVJ wing. So I'm a little surprised to see that. I thought it maybe be a little bigger. And especially there is a rumor the Revuelto is going away after the SV and that this will be the last Revuelto that we get. And if that's true and we're never going to get like a Revuelto SVJ to take things, you know, even crazier, kind of like the SVJ did from the Aventador SV, I'm a little surprised they're not going like bonkers with this Revuelto SV, if that's true. So you can bet they're going to want to have more horsepower than Ferrari with the SF90XX. I'm sure when the 849 Testarossa version Speciale comes out, it'll probably be faster than the Revuelto SV will be, and honestly the regular 849 Testarossa will probably give it a run for its money just because of the weight differences. But the Revuelto SV is going to be way more engaging to drive. Even if they make almost 2,000 of them, like we're saying here, they're still going to do very well value-wise. For some reason, it doesn't matter how many units Lamborghini makes, they're all desirable. I mean, just look at like the Aventador SVJs and SVJ Roadsters right now. I mean, they're listed for $1.5 million. I don't think they're transacting for that, to be honest with you. I bet they're transacting a lot closer to $1 million. I think the market's definitely a little high on those. And supercars in general have gone crazy lately in terms of values. Revueltos, though, haven't done super well. I mean, they're either at sticker or they're going a little below sticker on the secondhand market. So I'm curious to see how these Revuelto SVs affect the price of regular Revueltos, because they haven't been that strong on the market compared to a lot of other supercars, and especially compared to other Lamborghinis that are doing very well lately. I could see it either helping other Revueltos, because maybe this SV is so cool that everyone all of a sudden wants a regular Revuelto that doesn't already have one. But if they're really going to make 2,000 of them, I mean, I don't know how many Revueltos they've made so far, but I can't imagine it's more than like 3,000 or 4,000. There's not that many less SVs than there are regular ones. Maybe it drops regular Revuelto prices even more because so many owners might be wanting to jump ship into an SV. Like I said, there is a rumor the Revuelto is going away altogether after the SV. And if that's true, it'll probably help the values of these SVs and of the, you know, Revueltos that already are out there. So only time's going to tell with this. We should see this Revuelto SV by the end of the week. I'll try to make a reaction video of the car at that time as well for you. I'm going to be making videos all weekend long of new releases that we're getting from Monterey Car Week. I might even try to make a video of what we're expecting before Car Week kicks off. So if you're, you know, if you like one brand more than the other, you can be excited and looking out for that car for you. So please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video for me so I can keep making videos like this and getting them out there for you guys quickly as possible. Always want to keep my subscribers in the know before cars come out. So if you like the video, please subscribe. Please like the video for me. Hit the notification bell. Comment below. Let me know what you think of what the Revuelto SV will be, what its competitors might, you know, already be better than or not be as good as at the time. Let me know what you think, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.